Hello, welcome to crowdsourced AI project. The goal is to teach a machine the model of any subject that we talk. Hi, I'm Sudhakar Moparthi. Today we're going to talk about burstable performance instance and how to save money using these instances. Say you're running a web application where the traffic is not that much and you don't want to incur costs. So you use T family burstable instances and configure the CPU units that the vCPUs that you want. Basically, you select that type of instance, T2 micro, T3 large, T4G, 2x large, whatever the instance type, depending upon the minimum that you wanted. And when the utilization is not is not up to baseline utilization. Okay, there is a baseline CPU utilization under which it will be below the baseline utilization and above baseline utilization. So basically, Amazon will charge you for a minimum percentage, and above that, it will start calculating what extra you have to pay, and that would be surplus. And if you are utilizing the instance CPU utilization below the baseline, then you will be accruing the credits. You'll be accruing the credits. So let's start drawing some arrows here. So is this instance a burstable performance instance? Okay, only certain types of instance types are burstable. Suppose if you configure a M3 instance, a M family, that's not burstable. So let's assume that we have this instance that is burstable, and if it is running below the baseline, then it will start accruing these CPU. Okay, let's see. I'm going. It will accrue these credits. And how does the credit calculation happens? So let us say you have one CPU, virtual CPU, vCPU. Sorry, 1 minute, one CPU, 100% utilization, then you will get it is considered as one CPU credit. Suppose I have something like 2 CPUs running for 1 minute at 50% utilization, then that is also 1 unit. Or let's say you have 2 CPU units, 2 minutes, 25% utilization. Then also it is considered as 1 unit. So anything So anything, suppose you have 2 and 2 and 50, then the count is doubled basically. 2, 2, 4, 4, 5, 50% utilization, 200. So two units, 2 CPU credits. That's how the calculation happens. And there is a maximum you can accrue. How much you can accrue? It also depends upon the instance type. So sometimes you may accrue 288 and 144 maximum you will accrue. And the settlement today, settlement would be average CPU utilization per day. Within a day, if you spend more, let's say you accrued 10, but you used 20, so you used extra 10. That extra 10 will be charged if the average on that day is that all that calculation, which we have it in detail here. Let me show you that very quickly. Key concepts. So here, how vCPU is calculated, and then how it will calculate based on the instance type. How many days those credits will stay after the instance is stopped. Accrued CPU credits lifespan between instance and start and stop. And credits, and what is the baseline minimum? 5%, 10%, 20% minimum, and the number of units accrued, etc. So anyway, coming back to here, so there is a maximum CPU credit balance that you can maintain, after which they expire. What else we want to draw? Let's see. So main things is either you have a baseline. This instance is running. So how much time it is spending in baseline CPU utilization. So it will keep track, of multiple times. It gets at the baseline, and how many times it is staying below the baseline, and how many times it is staying above the baseline. So depending upon those times, the times will be calculated, computed, and accordingly the credits will be accrued based on that. Below baseline utilization and above and baseline, all these three things will give you enough information, the start and stop of getting into this state, below and above the baseline. And credits will be accrued. Credits will be accrued and stored, and anything if the accrued credits are not there and the instance traffic comes, a lot of people are coming, so it will keep giving you some credits, and then later when it accrues, it will minus from the surplus that was spent, and then that would be calculated by day, and you will be billed if you spent more, and you didn't have the accrued, and the average is also not below the baseline, and because of which you did not accrue, and you will be billed for that extra spent utilization of the CPU. It's a lot of words, but you get the idea with this, that follow these arrows, read a little bit, come back and visit, see this picture, and it should be pretty straightforward. So that's my idea. Basically, you need to understand this model concepts in this fashion, and I'm literally teaching the machine in this way, very precise, unambiguous way. I'm teaching the machine with this model, and this model, these circles and stars are the data. This model, it will be imported into skill bank system, and it will show, basically it will store this model. So which means the system understands whether an instance is burstable or not, and the calculations and all that, can also be stored as we expand these structures. And if I train enough people how to draw these things, and everybody contributing to the model can be expanded, and then with some of the automation, with all this data, we can write some data, so write some programs to automate anything based on this model, and we can expose those as endpoints to the world for usage. Kind of that idea is developing, how that AI idea of teaching a machine, but I'll be telling you guys more about that. But for now, I want you guys to get used to these C1, C2 diagrams, how a model can be expanded on an ongoing basis as more and more information is coming. See some of the things that I'm drawing again and again. So in some of my previous videos, I was doing EC2 instance, and I focused from a different angle. So today I'm focusing with the utilization, accrued credits, and balance, and what is the maximum that you can. So, but I have I draw this EC2 instance again, but when this is imported, all the previous relationships still exist, but these additional ones will be added to the model. So it is an open-ended model. So it's not like fixed schema. So you can think of it as this is like a graph, directed graph, and that's how my claim is. This is how the brain is storing information. Each star that you see is an object and a neuron, and that neuron is connected to other neuron with that and encoding that information. And language plays a great role. So you need to remember vCPU, CPU credit, baseline utilization, and all these words. So for example, standard mode and unlimited. We didn't talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay. So when you can run credit configuration mode. Suppose you are accruing these credits. You can configure it whether it's in standard mode or unlimited mode. So in standard mode, what happens? You to utilize these accrued credits when it requires, when more CPU utilization is required. And once these credits come to zero, then it will fall back to baseline CPU utilization, and then it won't have the surplus credits basically to spend. So again, it will accumulate credits, and then again, if it will consume those accrued credits in standard mode, even if the traffic is coming very high. So unlimited mode, based on the traffic, yeah, it will keep on adding surplus credits. It will spend everything here, and after spending that, then it will start spending from here, and then it will do some average calculations, and then finally settle the bill, uh, whether you spent extra or not. So that is unlimited. So mode, you can set it up, either this mode or this mode. So anyway, so these words make a big difference. So the idea when I'm repeating these things sometimes is that it's a deliberate act. But if you already understand by looking at the diagram, then you're good. So if you watch this video second time, all you have to do is pause the video and then see the picture, and then just imagine in your brain with these arrows, so that you are basically looking at each of these words, entities, and the corresponding neuron is getting fired in your brain, and that's how it is memorizing it. So if you stare at this picture for some time, you will get it. So, and of course, you need to, after doing this, you need to just read one time, so that you get the big picture. Everything they say, you will be understanding. So nothing should be complex. Everything should be clean and simple. So that's all for today. This is what we talked under instance EC2, instance types, burstable performance key concepts. All right, that's all I have for today. Good luck. And if you like the way I'm approaching the problem, teaching a machine and bridging the gap between humans and machines, how we have to communicate. So we should have the same data structure in the brain and in the computer, so that the copying of knowledge or transfer of knowledge becomes easy. If you like that kind of concept, please subscribe to my channel. I would be happy to hear your comments. Thank you very much. Good luck. Bye.